You said, Gina, that nature teaches us who we are, what we are. Who is Gina Chick?
I would say that I am a Stone Age creature in a modern world. For me, when I come out into nature, I feel like I'm remembering the part of me that is a wild creature, and that you're a wild creature as well.
Long before it became fashionable, Gina Chick has been helping others to remember the wild child within. She calls it rewilding. It begins with a welcome to country, time to shed our city skins and start reconnecting with the forces of nature.
You know, what we see when people are in nature and connecting with nature is they tend to be more likely to have a life that works. Have a little chew on the white bits.
Are you going to with share?
Okay.
Okay. It tastes like potato.
Here we go. Yes, it does.
I love potato.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it normal for people to be kind of like me and be a bit
absolutely
scared?
We're scared. We fear what we don't understand.
Yes, yes.
Of course, it's like, oh my God, there might be something that can poke me or stick me or bite me. But once we start to understand, then that fear subsides.
It's Tasmania, it's cold, it's rain, it's snow.
Gina's credentials as a wilderness whisperer were put to the ultimate test on the SBS series Alone.
We have to document this whole experience while trying to survive.
Armed with a handful of basic items, Gina and 9 other survival experts were left alone to fend for themselves. The last one standing wins. Why did you want to do it?
Because it's the most exciting thing ever. I can't believe that I was allowed to go out there and do that. I kept on pinching myself.
Was it as brutal as it appeared?
It was brutal. When I first got there, I was definitely like, whoa, this is going to be hard. But over time, what initially looked like devastation, it turned into like a beautiful playground of life. There were a whole bunch of dead trees, but around them was like moss and, you know, creatures living and the platypus hunting.
Makes me so happy having a platypus just come to visit every day.
The moment I got there and I kicked off my boots and I danced around in the moss.
Oh, this moss feels amazing.
Why?
When I wear shoes, I feel like I have blindfolds on my feet.
Okay. So, an early step in my rewilding journey is to take my blindfolds off.
Thank you. Rather than going ka-chunk, which will hurt your heel, yeah, just feel with the front of your foot and then put your heel down. Yep, that's it.
I mean, it does feel quite nice.
Yeah. Right, so instead of nature being this, oh my God, terrifying, everything's trying to kill me and eat me, you're now walking barefoot, feeling
okay.
Feeling okay, feeling more confident.
Yeah.
Yes. This is what rewilding is. It's remembering the information in our DNA from our hunter-gatherer ancestors who lived like this.
Going barefoot is one thing. Surviving on a diet of moss, worms, eels and fish is next level. Gina even caught a wallaby with her bare hands.
I became part of that landscape, completely and utterly. I became a human animal.
But during her time on Alone, she also bravely shared her most vulnerable moments.
Blaze's birthday. Happy birthday, Blaze.
When she was 38, Gina became pregnant with Blaze. At the same time, she found out she had breast cancer.
I was told that I had to terminate the pregnancy or I'd die. And I said, no, I will not.
She gave birth to Blaze and her cancer went into remission. Did Blaze like nature?
Oh, absolutely. Blaze was the wildest little thing, covered in dirt, eating witchetty grubs, covered in ash. Yeah, she was a little wild thing.
But 3 years later, Blaze was diagnosed with cancer.
Spent 9 days in the ICU and then she died.
I think our culture doesn't really have healthy rituals and conversations about grief. So by showing a grief storm and then also by showing that on the other side, I felt only gratitude. I think then that opens a door for people who are struggling with their own grief to maybe have faith that they can feel it, and on the other side there's peace.
Happy birthday, Blaze.
Science backs us up on the benefits of nature connection. Mental health increases, ability to be in relationship increases, cardiovascular health increases. You know, there's so many benefits that we see.
It's no surprise to those who know Gina
What the
Yeah.
that she outlasted everyone else on the show. Congratulations came from far and wide, including a message from an old uni mate, Hugh Jackman.
The most creative, the most hardcore, and the most connected to nature, beautiful person that I know. And I am so proud of her.
How many days do you think I'd last on alone?
I don't know, how many days do you think you'd last?
What did you do? 67, maybe 66?
Yeah, great. All right then. Wait till I teach you how to make a fire. You might need that one.
Oh, come on.
Which brings us to the moment of truth. Lighting a fire with a flint.
Go, fire. Go, fire. Come, go, fire.
Get it in your mouth.
I can't believe I just did that. King of fire.
Wow. Amazing job, you two.
Just me. I made that. Just me with
feel
very
like
little
your-
help.
I feel like your one day, the reaction at the end was exactly the same as Gina had after her whole... He's like, God, thank you, that's over.
No, but
How was Georgie in the end? How was
Georgie was amazing. She was definitely a tough student, but yeah, she did really well. And the moment when you got the fire, like, I see this across the board. When we make a fire for the first time, it is like nothing else. It's impossible to describe. And it's very different when you just get a match. I mean, that's still fun. But when you make a fire with a more primitive method, something just lights up.
Yeah, well, I saw in Georgie's eyes, I was like, I think we should be worried about Georgie. A little bit of a pyro came through there.
No, she was not stopping. She was not stopping. She's like, nah.
But also very good if someone offers you a tree root, you make sure that they eat one as well.
That's right, just to
you
make
got to be
sure.
careful. I'm like you. I love getting out in nature, and I find it very, very beneficial. What is it that you get out of it? What do you love about it so much? And why do you think more people should be doing it?
Yeah, well, I think that our culture is a culture of boxes. Like, we're all, like, we work in boxes, we live in boxes, we're trained to think in boxes. And once we kick down the walls of those boxes, then we're in a village. Then we're able to feel the wind, we're able to feel atmosphere changing, we're able to hear the birds, and we're able to connect out further than our four walls. And we're designed for that. We're hardwired for connection. So something happens in us when we do connect beyond our four walls, and our brainwave states change, our relaxation increases eventually.
Eventually.
Well, yes, you did this with a lot of people.
Yes.
We've seen the footage now. How did Tunny do? Like, you know, well, of all the people you have been with, let me put it this way, of all the people you have been with, like, who's the worst person you've actually had? Wow. Okay. Well,
But you nailed it at the end.
If you want to prove that you are better than Tunny, well, you better get into Gina's rewilding
It's
programs.
amazing.
All the
They're
info
amazing.
is on our website.